This is a 7th grade integer lesson with
Heather Miller,
Carrie Watkins,
and April Parsons. Let's begin with vocabulary that your child will see on end of grade test questions or check-in questions that will note positive or negative integers. Vocabulary for positives will see receives or makes, sales or sold, a deposit made or a credit made to their account, profit, a gain in yardage in football. When traveling, north and east denote a positive, above sea level or to ascend. For negatives, we'll see spends, pays or cost, buys or bought, a withdrawal or a debit on their account, expenses paid, deducts or a loss in yardage in football. In traveling, south or west denote a negative, below sea level and descend.
Here's a song that your student can use at home to help remember the rules for adding integers. The song goes to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the higher number, then you'll be exact. So what the rules mean is, if the signs are the same, you'll add the two numbers and keep the sign. But if the signs are different, you'll subtract the two numbers, keep the sign of the higher number, or the number with the highest absolute value. I'll sing it again. Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the higher number, then you'll be exact. So if your student is at home, sitting at the table and singing this song, know that they're learning their adding integer rules.
Okay, now we're going to look at a couple of word problems that your students may experience with their adding and subtracting lesson. Question number 1 says that Mount Everest, the highest elevation in Asia, is 29,028 feet above sea level. We tell our kids to notice the vocabulary so they know whether they're positive or negative. The Dead Sea, the lowest elevation, is 1,312 feet below sea level. What is the difference between these two elevations? So, with the number being above sea level would be positive, so you have 29,028 feet above sea level, and the other one, the Dead Sea, is at 1,312 feet below sea level, therefore being a negative. It also asks us to find the difference, which students should know means to subtract. So this is what you're looking at. And so what we teach our students is that for subtraction, the rule says that we're going to keep our first number the same. We're going to change our subtract to a positive or a plus, and we're going to change our negative sign to a plus as well, because in actuality, subtraction means to do the opposite of. So 29,028 plus 1,312 would give us our answer. So when we add these two together, 29,028 plus 1,312, you would get 30,340 feet. Another example with temperature, this one says, in the Sahara Desert, one day it was 136 degrees Fahrenheit. In the Gobi Desert, a temperature of negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit was recorded. What is the difference between these two numbers? Again, 136 degrees would be positive, and the temperature of negative 50 would be obviously negative. And then it again said difference, so we're going to subtract. So we have 136, leave the first number like it is, change subtract to add, and change the second number to its opposite, so that would be 50, giving us a total of 186 degrees. degrees. So the difference would be 186 degrees. The last example we have here is about a checking account. Your checking account is overdrawn by $50, and we talk about what overdrawn means. You write a check for $20, and then what is the balance in your account? Well, if you are overdrawn in your account, that means you are in the negative when it comes to money. So that is a negative $50. Then when you write a check, that is also considered a negative because it's coming out of your account. So we're going to add another negative 20 to that, leaving us with a negative $70 balance in our account.